Everyone, welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day. Here's our question of the day. Please give it a shot. I'm sorry, it's not the largest, but here we go. Question 7 on a calculated question. The scatter plot shows the relationship between two variables x and y. The line of best fit for the data is also shown for x equals 4. Which of the following is the closest? Which of the following is the closest to the line of best fit if x is 4? So it would be
closest to the y value.
Closest to the y value. Closest to the y value would be here because x is 4. You read the graph. You read the line of best fit because that's what they're telling you to do. Got to do what you're told in these questions. You got to follow the instructions and be sure you are doing exactly what they are asking. Right. So, yeah, I mean, this is just a classic line of best fit problem. It seems almost too easy, but
Well, it is more simple than the line of best fit because the same question could be asked about any line.
yep,
Say if a student had a problem to compute the line of best fit and made a mistake and came out with a line that was not the best fit line but still a line.
yeah.
Then the problem could be posed: what y value is predicted for x equals 4 on the line that the student computed?
Yeah, right. Or they could have given you 4 lines. They could have given you line A. They could have given you line B. They could have even given you a curve, line C. And they could have said, when x is 4, what is the which of the following is the closest to the y value predicted by whatever line they say. So But reading in the instructions is sort of, we take for granted. Although we shouldn't take for granted because that's a lot where we make mistakes, is not carefully reading the question. But in terms of the 4 questions we asked, the most important one is what was the intention of the test makers in seeing what you know? And it seems like it would be knowing how to read a graph and also understanding what the line of best fit is, or at least not being terrorized.
Understanding what a line is.
Understanding what a line is. Yeah, I guess you're right. Understanding what a line is. But they must have, when they made this, they must have considered just bringing in the concept of line of best fit in this problem.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the curriculum.
That's part of the curriculum, right? Yeah, so they try to kill a few birds with one stone. So the line of best fit is the line you draw. It's the common sense line you would draw between a bunch of data that doesn't fall directly on a straight line.
Well, if the data falls on a straight line, the line of best fit would be the straight line going through all the data.
Right.
The line of best fit is the line that for which, if you calculate the differences between the data predicted by the line and given data points, take all those distances and square them and add the squares, the line of best fit is the line that minimizes that result of adding the squares of the differences between the data values and the line and the predicted value by the line.
But to say it more,
it's not just common sense.
I know.
It's called the least squares fit.
Right.
And they call it the best.
But if you don't
want
to
there are other measures of fitness.
I know. But if you don't want to talk about squares, just talk about distances. It minimizes the distances between.
No, it's the square. Yeah.
Effectively, it's the distance. It's the distances. It's a line that takes all these. It's a different
concept. There are different concepts of best fit.
Yeah, but isn't the one you said just the one that minimizes the distances between?
No, the squares. So squares are the differences.
Squares are no, but don't you square the distances to knock out the positive and negative differences? distance.
You knock out, yeah, that knocks out the positive and negative differences,
Yeah.
but it also gives it also gives a line with better statistical properties and is easier to calculate.
Oh, you mean it's the square root of the it's the square root of the squares
Yeah.
of the distances. I see.
No. The best fit takes these distances, these red vertical distances, and squares each one, and the sum of the squares is minimized.
Wait. It doesn't use the perpendicular distance?
No,
Hold on.
no,
Wait,
nope,
whoa. You're kidding.
no,
It doesn't go this way?
nope,
It goes
nope.
this way?
Yeah,
Really? It goes this way?
yeah,
That's what it calculates?
yeah.
That
The
distance?
least squares, we call the least squares fit.
The
Yeah,
vertical distance, not the direct perpendicular distance?
yeah.
You're kidding. I always thought it did
Nope.
thought it did the perpendicular distance, like
No,
the shoe distance.
no.
Really?
Nope.
Wow. Well, I guess you could survive high school math, and at least these questions without knowing that, and still survive because that's a
Well,
detail.
it's not in the curriculum for the
Right.
SAT to
Right.
calculate
Right. Yeah.
least squares best
Right.
fit.
And now in high school, which is something I'm not all that happy about, when they do line of best fit, guess what? They just teach you how to use the calculator, so you never actually know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's an unfortunate thing that. But in high school, I never learned how to do it either with or without the calculator.
I don't
Sorry.
think I had that in high school either.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're basically done with this. So I can ask the other questions. Is this question, does the calculator question, does the calculator help? Absolutely not. Now the new digital SAT, everything is a calculator question. Would this question be different from school? No, they could ask this question from school, although they may not be multiple choice. And in this question, it really doesn't make sense to go back and backfit the answers, look at the answers, and then solve the problem. Not really. So I guess we're done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Joel. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering from Columbia University. So that's a PhD in math from MIT. He has been teaching computer science for many years. He's now retired. We're here to hopefully offer different insights, approaches, suggestions on how to do these SAT math questions in terms of studying. Do as many practice questions as you can, and then focus on the units that you're not sure about, and go to Khan Academy where they have tons of practice on different types of questions. They organize the questions by topic, so that's really helpful, and they are sanctioned questions by the SAT. And then when you're done practicing on that, you can go back and take as many tests that the SAT College Board site offers. Now everything is digital, so you have to download this Bluebird application and practice on a computer.
So how many practice questions would Khan Academy have?
Well, probably over everything, if you include everything, 600 or 700. Over maybe across 20 topics, so maybe 30 questions a topic. And
so 600 or 700.
Yeah. And they start from easy questions and they go to more advanced questions. So,
okay, well, a count of questions is the accurate unit for measuring how many practice questions there are, not tons.
Okay. You're right. You're holding me to a good standard. You're keeping me.
Maybe if each question had a certain weight.
Yeah. That's right.
Maybe each question was maybe a hundredth of a pound.
Right. Yeah.
Right. If you have 600 questions.
Yeah.
And 600 questions weighs 1 ton.
Right.
How much does each question weigh?
Well, 600 questions would equal 2,000 pounds. Seth likes the smaller font, and the darker font. Okay, so 600 questions equals 2,000 pounds. And what do you want to know? Questions per pound or
pounds per question?
Pounds per question. So that would be 2,000 pounds, 600 questions. We use unit analysis to tell us that. So it's 600 divided, it's 2,000 divided by 600.
Okay, so how much is that?
I don't know.
It's 20 divided by 6.
You cross this off, so it's 10.
That's about 3 pounds a question.
Yeah, 3 pounds a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And then, of course, the word weight has different meanings, right? Certain questions may have more weight on a test than others, but it's a different definition of weight. Okay, I think we really are done. So if
we're not going to quibble in physics about weight versus mass.
Absolutely. We are not going to quibble about that at all. So, okay, everyone. So please leave comments. We respond to all the comments, or almost we respond to all the comments. At least we try to. And please leave comments. They're very helpful to us. And if you have any SAT math questions, please email them to us at satmathquestionoftheday@gmail.com. And you can see that. So you want to say that? Where we can see the email address?
Yes, you can see the email address on the title page of this YouTube channel.
Exactly. Okay, everyone. It's Friday here when we're talking, so we don't meet on the weekend, but hope to see you next week. We try to do one question a day. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.